Hello, good afternoon, if it is afternoon for you like it is for me. Otherwise, good day. Thanks for watching in any case. Let us wrangle a couple of chat windows here. And then we shall get going. Let's turn this so I can see names. And let me close this for now. You don't really need this anymore. Currently, that's fine. That can stop. Should close this. I have too many tabs. Okay. Close. Close. Chat. Over there. All right, I think I am set there. So, welcome, first of all. Thank you to anyone watching. If you are new and don't know, my name is Tim. I go by Foamy Guy on GitHub and Discord. I'm going to turn myself down just a tad because it does look like OBS is peaking pretty loud. If I'm too quiet now, let me know, and I'll pop it back up. But like we were turning it up to 11 there in OBS. Yes, so my name is Tim. I go by Foamy Guy. This is the deep dive. We, on this stream, work on CircuitPython stuff. The stream was started by Scott Shawcroft, lead developer of CircuitPython. He is still working a bit of a reduced schedule, kind of getting back in the swing of things after taking parental leave. He's still looking after one of his youngsters for a little while longer. But eventually he will be back doing the stream, I do believe. And so he started it, and the stream centers around the CircuitPython project, of course, because he's a lead developer for that. If you don't know what CircuitPython is, you'll learn more about it at the main website here, circuitpython.org. This is basically a version of Python that runs on tiny computers called microcontrollers. The way that this typically works, you plug these microcontrollers into your computer with a USB cable. Sorry, my cat has decided that now is definitely the time to run back and forth across the entire house as fast as you can. So these microcontrollers, you plug it into your computer, it shows up like a thumb drive, you edit a Python code file on that thumb drive, and when you save it, the microcontroller will actually execute the Python code for you. That is the super quick, high level, super fast version of what CircuitPython is and what it does. There is a lot more to it, and there are lots of different devices with different capabilities and all kinds of different stuff. So I encourage you, again, circuitpython.org if you want to learn more about that. Also, join us in the Discord. There's CircuitPython dev channel. There's CircuitPython help channel. You can hang out in there, ask questions if you're trying to do something with CircuitPython, or even just hang out and absorb all sorts of wonderful CircuitPython related knowledge. There's also several non-CircuitPython channels. So if you are doing other DIY projects or 3D printing or anything like that, feel free to come join us on the Discord as well. Although on this stream, we do tend to stick in CircuitPython land. Now, with all of that being said, CircuitPython is primarily a project for these microcontrollers, but what I am going to get into today is a bit of a different beast. And so this is CircuitPython running inside of the browser in JavaScript, as I understand it, although I will admit to not being super duper familiar with WebAssembly. But my understanding is this is running in the browser, sort of front-end JavaScript style. So what is up, Paul SK over in Discord, and Yano as well. Yano, I am super happy to see you because Hug Reports owed here. Thank you to Yano for actually doing all the work on this web assembly port, WASM port. This is something they worked on, he worked on. I really appreciate it. I think it's super cool. And that is what I am going to look at today. So I have done a little bit of peeking. I didn't want to go in 100% blind. I have the branch pulled and I've been peeking a little bit at it. But I have not done too much yet. I haven't done a build. I haven't tried it out. So I wanted to not get too far ahead so that way we can kind of give this experience to other people as well. Maybe kind of seeing it, not quite for the first time, but using it certainly for the first time. But yeah, huge thanks for working on this. Huge thanks for sharing it. I'm excited to play with it. That is where this came from. If anyone else wants to work along or try this after the fact, it is on Yano's branch on GitHub, so github.com, and then username right there, Yano CircuitPython. It is a fork of CircuitPython, but then you need to go to WASM branch, which is where this lives. And there's a new port. So if you're familiar with CircuitPython project, there's a ports folder where all the different ports live, and there's now a WASM one in this branch, which is where we're at here. Before I dive all the way right into that, I will say thanks to Adafruit. Adafruit is a hardware and software company based out of New York. They are the ones that make CircuitPython possible by paying a team of folks, including Scott, who I mentioned before, as well as myself and some other folks to work on the project. If you would like to help them, would like to help support them and all of the folks like me who are working on CircuitPython, as well as other people who are just being paid to develop open source software. So not just CircuitPython, but there are other open source initiatives that Adafruit pays developers for. So if you want to help support them and all of the open source software that they allow people to work on, one of the easiest ways is by purchasing hardware from them at their website, adafruit.com. Looks like if you are interested in doing so, you're in a bit of luck right now. There's a bit of a sale going on there, 15% off if you use the code there. So check that out if you want to get some new toys to play with, some new devices that run CircuitPython, some new breakouts to hook up to your CircuitPython microcontrollers or anything else. Okay, so we need to try to make this build, and I believe that it is similar as far as doing the actual build. I did read through this the other day about supervisor and how this is implemented essentially to keep track of time for modules. So there's only a couple of little bits of the hardware implemented. This is not 100% coverage just yet, or perhaps ever, but it's got a couple of the key modules, digital I/O, and a couple others. Work. Issues building. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So go into WASM and then make. Yeah, basically the same process as building any other device. We don't have a different board here, so we're not specifying board. We can just run WASM by itself. So I am in the WASM branch. I'm going to go ports, WASM, place an order today. And was stupid enough, forgot the discount. Yeah, that's rough. Sorry about that. I've definitely pulled that one once or twice myself as well. Here, that's going to generate the JavaScript file and then WebAssembly binary, and then we're going to be putting those into web editor. So I'll need to actually clone, I think, the web editor as well, right? That's not part of. I think this is not part of this. Yeah, I think this is a separate repo. So web editor, let me go back one here. Actually here. I should have pulled up this one as well, but I think we need this too as well. Web editor, and then is there, I think, a branch in here as well, WASM we need. Let me actually clone this too real fast while I'm here. Repos, I will go CircuitPython, and I think, did I put this in CP WASM? So I'll do CP web editor, except I can't just write it by itself, obviously. Actually remembered to put the origin on it, which is nice. I'm going to open that in PyCharm. I know it's not Python, but it's close enough. It's not really close at all, but PyCharm is relatively flexible, so it won't mind too much. I mean, I have the JavaScript one. I guess we could open it in that. Do I? Maybe I haven't installed it on this computer. I don't know. Window. We probably could have done the same window. Let's close that. I don't really need this anymore. Okay, so then there's this. So this, let me just make sure, get remote. This should be Yano branch, right? Or fork, rather. Yep. Okay, and then we do need WASM branch as well here. So let me check this out. Okay, so there's two parts to this integration. We have the CircuitPython WASM port, and then there is also an integration with the web editor to be able to like test this out and try it. kind of on a virtual device inside the web editor. That's my understanding, at least. And again, I haven't actually run it just yet, so I could be wrong still, but we will find out together. Building, so this is the main README. Let me actually open up the port README in here just so I can not have to bounce back to the browser. Is that a README? Okay, it isn't README, I just can't see correctly. Building is actually all the way down here somewhere. Yeah, building. So I could have probably started make a while ago, but that's right. WASM. Let's see here. One thing is the Python, I think this is not using the correct this is not using the correct instance of Python. Did I set that before actually? So maybe I just virtual environmented it? This Python project? An interpreter. Python. So inside of that virtual environment, I have everything you need to build CircuitPython. Okay. Got a different error, file not found, EMMC. EMCC. This is still not this is still not using the right Python actually though. So I think the problem actually now is I need to kill this. Well, I could just start the environment, but yeah, so before it was not actually in environment. Oh, and now it's not in the right folder. Okay. Still doesn't seem like it's using the right Python. Oh, I think I don't have, I should have done that before I started. That's my bad. I'm pretty sure we're gonna need all of the, need all the submodules. Can you do make port? Is it fetch port? Is that a thing that will work with this one? Unsupported target WASM. No, okay. Let me just go back. I think maybe if we do this, it will fetch all the stuff we need. Yeah, WASM port, you've been busy. Yano, is there a playground node or anything? Presumably enables running CircuitPython in the browser, a bit like Pio died. That is my understanding as well. I will let Yano answer to the best of my knowledge. There's not a playground yet, but there is actually really nice documentation in the README here, as well as I think there's another markdown file in here, right? Like a architecture file as well, usage examples. So there are a couple of good pieces of documentation, but I think not a playground yet, as far as I know. And it is super experimental as well, by the way. Obviously, I don't remember if I said that before. I think we saw it on the screen, but yeah, be warned, this is all cutting edge stuff. The web editors is the latest build included. Import uses ECMAScript file, but the web editor's WASM branch has the latest build included. EM SDK. Is that a thing you have to download separately, or editor includes the WASM port? Latest build included. Oh, included in... Oh, because it builds these files, right? So if we run this, maybe we don't need to build. I forgot how to run this one. I think it's in npm. We should have, right? Few files from the repo. Ew, I don't have a web re. I don't think we need that. just not a function. Just thought I had a thing. I don't know how to get a newer one. I swear I've used the web editor. Is this a newer requirement? Is it the same requirement as the existing web editor? This is the same, right? Sudo grade. Maybe it's do it, is it? That did the same thing actually. But it doesn't say the exact same. Let's say the same error. Formatted a bit differently or something. Okay, we're gonna have to solve that. Web editor branch should be good to go. It includes WASM. That branch build. Yeah, so I should have done maybe a little bit more ahead, but we'll get to see how we can do this. So I need yeah, I don't use Node.js very much, honestly. No, well, I mean, I use it for the CircuitPython thing. Is there a better download here? Yeah. I don't know. Again. Ooh. Keep trying to quit like it's Python. Okay. Okay. How many more times? Who's got the over under on how many more times I'm gonna type quit into Node.js today? Okay, I think we can your bin node. What all's in here? Is there a lot of stuff? Normal. Guessing these are all in by roots. Move node 18. Let's just move that so that it's 18 specifically. So then node should not work. It says we could install it, and then what I'll do just temporarily. How do I add to my path? I don't want to permanently set it. I just want to add something to it inside this terminal. Export path. Okay, why? Path equals path : new thing. So we should be able to go for here. So like node should not do anything now. And then we should be able to go, really want to be able to see this also. Path equals existing path correctly. And then colon, and then new path, which is pasted like that. And then now node is node 24. Okay. I'm not going to type quit. Okay, so far 0 is winning. Oh. Yeah. Also, I want to do this in the web editor, actually. And we want to do it in... Oh, do we need to do it in this one? If we need to. What happened with the last make? Actually, the last make might have succeeded. Wait, no, I didn't do a make because I had to pull the modules. That's right. This again. Ah, there we go. 5173. Choose a random word. Right? Well, it says HTTPS. Is that true? That's going to be true, is it? It's on cert. I mean, it's not really going to be signed. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what do we need to do? I assume we need to... What do we need to do here? Use not a device? Is there a way to skip? Got us to here. Let's do one of the known examples. It said there's a file of those over here. Inside of... There's also this, WASM readme. See this one before? Oh, this is the web editor. Oh. I have two web editors. I want this and no, and working here. Or was it in README? Might have been in README. This JavaScript side. Yeah, this is like using... This is sort of like meta. This is using the port, not code that you run inside the port. That was in here, I think. So just start with Blinky. I have the prototypical hello world for microcontrollers. Do that. Are we able to save and run? How do... Okay, web editor. Let's see. After you've cloned web editor, wasm branch run npm. Did I do install? I think I did install before. And then ran. But how do I get to the device? See if there was anything to read in here. Report. Huh. I think I'm probably ahead of the stream, so hopefully we will get a tip. Maybe I'll know in a minute. As the stream catches up. I think. Maybe we need to give it a device anyway. Maybe we need to just give it a fake device, essentially. But then it will run on the WASM one. Would I need to do this again? Since I did change... Did I run it in the wrong project? I might have ran it in the wrong project. Ah, I totally ran it in the wrong project. Did I do the path thing right? No. Alright, my bad. Path thing again. I don't know, I don't think we'll need that one again, but I'm doing it again just in case. Okay, there we go. And we don't have HTTPS now, so that's nice. Yeah, I don't know what that other branch was doing, why it was trying to have a local cert that it wasn't. There we go. Okay. Only half listened, sorry. It was a question... Well, I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was partially a question for Yano, but I think I figured it out. I was being silly. I had 2 copies open, and I ran it in the wrong one. One thing is, this is getting a little crazy on me here. But that's not too bad. Let's get this file back. Oh, I'm still just highlighted there. There's save and run, maybe. Hardware. Nice. We have our half-second blinky. Oh, it was blinky. Maybe it stopped it by, I don't know if I stopped it by doing something. I will try, Chrome. Well. I don't know if it's the exact same, but it's very similar there. Alright, there we go. We have GPIO output, visual output. It does stop after a second. Does it say anything in here? There's a for loop. It's not while true. This thing paused? I don't really need this. Yeah. Not a while true. Yep, thank you. Cool. All right, let's do one of the other ones. Yeah, so this is super cool. I think this opens up, and because of... I'm gonna look back in this again. Yeah. So because of this kind of thing, so inside the web editor, this is really cool because this lets you kind of like pretend you have a CircuitPython device if you don't. Like if you're gonna start a project soon, but you don't have the hardware yet, you know, one idea here is you could start writing code for it. You could start seeing how it behaves, how it's gonna behave on hardware. But another possible idea, which I have here, which I think this might be like have some really nice potential, is sort of like small self-contained things like these, where we could potentially be creating a page that loads the virtual port hardware and then executes a set of CircuitPython code inside of it and then checks for a certain outcome. And that could be like a test case for libraries. So if we had an I2C library or whatever, it could like do a scan and like find itself as long as everything is working. Or if we had, you know, the debouncer library, it could like verify that the debouncer library is actually behaving how it's supposed to against this port inside the actions, which is super cool, because right now we have no way to like test on any like CircuitPython thing in the actions. We can write our own tests that try to exercise the code, but we don't have a way to like execute it in a CircuitPython interpreter. Connect to USB to GPIO, use web serial over browser, CircuitPython for real pins, like Blinka but through a WASM host, and web serial expander. Web serial expanders, aka Blinka web serial WASM. Oh, that would be interesting. Like have a bridge to a real device as well. Be another interesting way to do it, if I understand what you're saying. For real pins, yeah. So this kind of thing I think is interesting, super interesting as well, is running like a small self-contained page that is designed to just spin up the virtual hardware, run some code in it, check some output details, and then, you know, as a test, just report back like true or false. Did it do what it was expected to do? But also this is like really exciting to be able to see what it's doing in the browser. Let's try out some of the other examples. So this is Blinky file system is working as well. We can run this, and it does look like it works the same in both. Whoop. It does look. Oh, I can't delete from here. Oh, I can. That was weird. Save this. Okay, and then that's going to edit a file. Test. That's going to make this inside the device, or actually a little tough. Oh yeah, it did. Home, test, and then data. Nice. I2C scan. Oh, did I go too far? CodePy is inside of home. There's some kind of highlight that's different here. This might be a problem with the actual editor too. So I'm pressing backspace, but it doesn't delete. I think it's because I started down here rather than starting up here. Like this, the cursor changes, right? Like down here, it's a mouse. It still highlights, but I think it's not technically counting. Whereas here, it's a caret cursor thing, and if I highlight here, it works. I never noticed that before, but it's like there's a cutoff where you can start below, and the highlighting works visually, but not technically, I guess. I suspect that is probably just an issue, honestly, with the regular web editor too. Page may be sending key presses to a different element. The lines go blue. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I didn't notice that. When these are highlighted and it works, this whole thing is blue here. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably a honestly, that's probably in the web editor too, I'm guessing. I'll have to try it out later, but does it do this for you as well, Yano, or does yours render? Is there anything I could do to try to fix that? Because this one will just print. We won't be able to be able to read. Actually, I think, can we see it in here? E0 in use. Go through WebSockets? Probably not. It doesn't go through WebSockets like the real one, maybe. Can we, so let's highlight. Oh, is it this? No. I was gonna say maybe my scroll does it. I do have maybe a weird font size or something. It's possible this is my browser problem as well. The copy works. So the text is there. It's just the rendering is wonky on my screen. Let me turn this off, actually. Maybe this is messing it up. No, that didn't change it. Okay. Okay, sweet. So there is analog implemented, but no UI. And there's the list of these things as well. Wait, this didn't... So it was printing, but it didn't... let's see. So... I don't think it printed this, though. It is tough to say. Right now we're in the REPL. You know what it's doing is it's showing me, like, the top half of the characters only, because that's the top half of a less than sign. And that's actually in just the whole REPL as well. Not just something specific to the virtual one, I don't think. Though maybe. I have another one plugged in. I think I can use another one without going to Chrome. Device restart. WebAssembly with ECMAScript pen. Do this different if I do this? Sure, this is running. Ah, that looks different. No? Why? That definitely looks different though. That didn't actually copy. Maybe I need to, maybe I can't do Control C. There we go. Okay. Did print, and we did find 0 devices. Is there a way to mimic a device? Or like an address? Oh. This is set as an output. Do these work as inputs also? That'd be super cool as like a button. I'm gonna try that. I know I'm like a squirrel sometimes. I'm always just like, let me do the thing that I just thought of instead of the thing I was doing. Is it bad to make it an actual loop? So we'll find out. This is going to be backwards. We could do not. Let's see. How do we get it to spawn a new one? Good. Oh, now it says D0 in use. Can kind of actually read that. I think we might have to like reload. I see it kept the code though, which is cool. So that shows that the file is actually saved in there. Where? Still only have one of these. I don't know if it's running. Didn't copy. Line up. Device restart. If this was 1, this was 2, do we get this saying anything other than 0? So if I save this, save this time. How to direct it. Well, that's interesting. Struggling, I will say. This is not responding to input anymore. And I had to press F12 a bunch of times. Oh, there it goes. Wait and see if I can. Oh. Well, that's convenient. Timed. Probably. That might make the. I don't know if the YouTube chat's gonna be live anymore. I don't see anything in there yet. Anyway, so doesn't matter too much. I'll try to keep an eye on it, and if there is one and it doesn't show up, I will try to refresh that. In the meantime, we'll try to get back to where we were, which was this other window. Now I wonder, did the browser actually get bogged down because of the thing we did, or did the browser, was it like decided that now was the time to update and thus stopped kind of responding really? Pins configured. There we go. We have 2, and there is a toggle value. Is I don't know if the input. I don't remember what it started on now. Run. It starts on low, even though it's pull up. If we do this. I thought about the serial REPL text. It's an Xterm.js instance. Looks like it hasn't resized properly. While true remains one of the biggest challenges because it does want to block the browser's own loop, as you just saw. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing while true. Programmatic pin toggling should be fine. Trying multiple input like a button may be too much. Programmatic pin toggling should be fine, but trying input like a button may be too much. Oh yeah, it is slowing down.